Then you got married. You're married to another musician, Nicky Schwartz. Is a great double bass player, and he plays in the Concertgebouw.
Yes. Hmm.
Um, is it easy to combine a personal life with your professional career? And also bearing in mind that I guess your family is back in Ukraine, in Kiev.
Oh yes, actually, with Nikki, we have family all over the world. Because in my case, yes, my parents are in Ukraine, but for example, my uncle and my grandmother is in United States. Uh, and Nikki's parents are in Boston, in the United States, also. But his sister lives in Australia, so
Wow,
it's
just
really like everybody is
extreme.
as far in the world as you can imagine
Mhm.
from each other. And yeah, basically, when we met with Nikki, we met with him in Brazil, also a little bit far out. We were both at the festival, and it was a really, really wonderful festival in João Pessoa, northeast of Brazil, I think. And after that, what was very lucky is that we had, actually with Benedict, we had a tour in the Netherlands just 2 weeks after the festival. And that was really great because soon after the festival, we got to see each other again with Nikki. And basically then kind of it started to be clear that something is starting between us. And then and I was still studying in London at that time, and I was going to stay in London. And after I finished the Royal College, but then after I stopped studying, I thought, well, that doesn't make sense. Why would I be in London and he's here, and we anyway will not be able to see each other very often. So then I just decided to move to the Netherlands, and already actually I was playing quite a lot in the Netherlands since my childhood, basically since I was 16. Netherlands was the place where my career also started off.
Mhm.
And yes, and then since then we somehow were managing really well, surprisingly well, all the concerts, tours, and still being able to see each other. And on many concerts we were going together because also we were playing together, and these were always really nice trips and great opportunity to be together both in professional way and just to spend some time in some nice places.
Yeah. What have you learned from Nikki as a person?
What have I learned from Nikki? Well, a lot. At first, I learned from him to be much more chilled in a way.
Yeah.
Because the double bass players, they have this. They are much more chill than many other musicians. And that was important for me at that time because I was really all over the place. I was sometimes in a big trouble of organizing myself and making the schedule, or I was missing flights constantly. I was mixing up the airports. I was like all over the place. And somehow with Nikki, first of all, I started to be much less stressed. And second, somehow I started to be able to organize myself better and much. I don't know how it worked, but somehow my life became much less chaotic.
Uh-huh.
But also musically, once we started to playing together with Nikki, I also started to learn a lot musically from him, and we're often just giving each other musical advices, like also especially when he practices cello, I'm constantly coming like, you should maybe. And with him also sometimes I practice, and then he just comes over and gives me some advices and comments. And he's an amazing musician, and it's really wonderful to be able to learn from each other and complement each other. And yeah, and I think in general in our life we learned from each other a lot, and we somehow in this way also, because we have a little bit different mentalities and backgrounds, and now it all blends as one. yeah, which is really wonderful.
Um, uh, Along with your career as a pianist, you also manage to organize a chamber music festival. So you have that.
Well, yeah, I did this for 2 years. Now it didn't really work out with that organization because of some financial problems. But it was really great experience to do that, and very rewarding, and of course also a lot of work. But I enjoyed it very much.
And just to finish, two more questions. One, it has to do with the CD you have recorded with Dana Temsov, and it's going to, well, it's been delivered already, but not online yet, I think.
Yes, we don't have it yet also ourselves. We basically just heard that it was pressed, and now the Channel Classic, they have it in stock. They've got it. We still haven't got it, so we just know that it's ready.
Yes.
And in about 2 months, it's supposed to be officially released. And
So I'm really looking forward to it. I will listen to it. If you have a message for people, what would be your message?
well, I would say that especially now that a lot of people having hard times in one or another way, also financial way and emotional way, because it's such a strange time when we don't really know what is coming. But I think it's really possible to stay positive and to uh, basically enjoy things which maybe you would have not have time to enjoy during your normal life, and maybe do things which you always wanted to do and also didn't have time, or just thought that maybe it's not relevant to do this kind of things. But now is actually the time when it's possible to read books you always wanted to read, or to make some kind of creative projects which are possible, and which is wonderful to make yourself busy with.
Mhm.
And yeah, so basically look always to the bright side, and try to make the most out of every moment of your life.
Anna, thank you very, very much. You are a great pianist, uh, a great musician, and I know you may have heard that a lot of times, but you are also a great person. And
Thank you
I
so
know
much.
you are very generous, and I really appreciate it. And I enjoyed your playing for Music Without Quarantine. It was
I
absolutely
also
great.
enjoyed very much playing.
So thanks a lot, and
Thank you.
see you soon.
See you soon, and thank you so much.